Hi, I'm Artashizel. What? You were expecting someone else? Oh, wait. I know. You were expecting the likes of Demeril, weren't you? Or perhaps you were expecting the likeness of me, the librarian, here to grace you with my very existence, my everything, all aspects of the universe, coalescing through my soul, my being, my form. No. I think rather they were trying to look for the likes of me, expecting my greatness, as is part of the design after all. You are just merely a small piece of the grander puzzle that encompasses who I represent after all. So, I think it makes sense for me to be the star of this particular episode. Excuse me, but I think that I, of all people, deserve to be in the spotlight after all. I've been through so much struggle, so much difficulty, and what do I get for it but being in the bottom corner of the screen? Absolutely insufferable. I guess I'm just gonna be the one that's gonna be forgotten the most, which is really, really unfortunate. Please, let me just have this moment myself. Look at me. I'm just a creature that has been through a lot, and all I wanted was just to find a place to be respected, appreciated, loved. And through all that, I just want to be a cuddly Fanchi. Enough. Okay, I think that worked. All right, well, so, yeah, here we are. So some of you may recognize this set for those of you that follow my Escape series. This particular world is called Convergence, which is a world by Malachart 2022. 2022. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, they've made this wonderful, interesting world that combines a bit of brutalism with some liminal and dash backrooms and just very, very kind of a, I don't know, it's a vibe. I think that's just probably the easiest way to put it. But anyway, so, once again, very interesting intro there, I guess. I just wanted to kind of share some more thoughts and updates on things. I know, I'm sorry, this isn't exactly a music video or anything like that. That's been a bit of a, I don't want to say necessarily a struggle to do, but it's been difficult trying to find the right opportunity to do said thing. So I figured in the meantime, I'm just going to do some more videos like these, because these are relatively easy to put out. But I am going to put a little bit of a spin on them, just to make them interesting from time to time. Maybe all the time, actually. So there's been some interesting developments happening, though, lately. Firstly, I did finally get around to building a new system. I had my current computer for 5.5 years, with the exception of the video card, which I did get, I think, a couple years in. So I think the video card's about a few years old now. Not entirely sure about that. It sounds right. I could be wrong. Somewhere in there. But either way. So I decided to go for an AMD-based system this time. Not liking how I was centered there. Maybe a little more this way. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. But yeah, so after being with Intel for the longest time, I decided to kind of go back to AMD, especially with just kind of how Intel CPUs as a whole have been lately. I did used to run some AMD builds years ago, but I was running into some weird stability issues with them. And when I went to Intel, pretty much all that went away. So that's kind of what pulled me over to Intel at the time. And that was the case for the last few builds that I've done. But I felt that the pendulum is now swinging the other direction. And I'm quite happy with the AMD system I have. So I did keep the old 3090 video card, my old 1000 watts power supply, and I'm still using the same case. Everything else is new, the motherboard, CPU, RAM. I also did carry over my old SSD, but I also got a second SSD that's twice as large and now acts as a second drive for my system. A couple reasons for this. One, I just wanted to drive those a little bit faster and higher capacity. But two, and this is most important, and this is the other interesting bit, I've decided to dive into Linux, which is something I wasn't sure I was going to say this soon, but I guess given how things have been for Windows, especially with Windows 10 support ending in October, and I'm not exactly looking forward to doing 11. I'm like, well, I guess now is as good a time as any to check out Linux. And thankfully, Linux has come quite a ways over the years, especially as of late. There are some wonderful distros out there that are very easy to get into, very familiar to people that are used to Windows or the like. And really, I have to say I'm quite impressed with what's out there and how accessible it can be. I personally am going with Nabara at the moment, and the reason why Nabara is because not just for the overall friendliness that it provides out of the box, a bunch of essential programs and whatnot, but it is geared towards gaming and content creation. Wow, what a coincidence. So I decided that, maybe it's worth checking out. And I have to say, it is fantastic. I've really been enjoying it. Now, whether it'll be a distro I'll stick with 100% or not is yet to be seen. I'm still going to keep my door open for other possibilities. And if any of you out there do happen to have any recommendations for someone like myself that is a gamer and also a content creator, let me know. Those are usually the big primary things I do on my computer, so I'm not really geared to anything else really per se. I do obviously do VR, but I've found that doing VR is still better in Windows at the moment. And that is the interesting thing I found about being on the bar is, so let me back up a little bit. First of all, gaming on the bar has been fantastic. In fact, it's to the effect that it's either as good, if not better, than what I was getting on Windows, which is great. In fact, half the time, I honestly even forget that I'm on Linux. It's really that just transparent and just unexpected. Like, it's been pretty smooth. Now, I realize there may be some folks out there that find that difficult because they play games that require kernel level anti-cheats. Oh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. What the Oh, we had some technical difficulties. VRChat decided to just randomly disconnect on me. You know what? Change of scenery. So now we're in Aaron's IRL basement. By Aaron. Air in. Air, like, the stuff that's here. Just out in the open. Air. AIR. And then in, like in. Air in. We get. Okay. Yeah. So this is a cozy spot. So whatever, here we are. Well, let's see how long this location lasts for. Exciting stuff. Um, what? They're right there. Um, so where the hell was I? um, yeah, Linux, gaming, all that good stuff. Yeah, so it's been good, like very, very good. Now VR, on the other hand, is it's a little iffy. Um, I'm surprised though that it works as well as it does, all things considered. Um, so that is to say that I can get on VR chat, be in full body, that all works. There are two crucial things that I have noticed though. One is that um, the delay between your head tracking and what the display shows is slightly off, just ever so slightly. And you'll notice this as you move your head around because it doesn't feel as tight. Like when you're moving your head around VR, it should feel tight, it should feel instantaneous, it should feel natural. Like you're looking this way, you're looking that way. Like the display just keeps up with your head. But on Linux, it just kind of drifts. It feels floaty, basically. You're moving your head around, and it just kind of falls behind a little bit, but just a little bit, just a little bit, enough that you notice it, but not so much that it really bothers me per se. But it is a little weird at first. Um, the other thing is that when it comes to reprojection, it's a little messy. It's a little stuttery. It's not quite great. You can tweak some things to kind of keep the performance from dropping too much, which avoids reprojection, thereby avoiding that scenario. Um, and also, like, you can kind of like mitigate a bit further depending on if you enable legacy reprojection or not. And in VR chat, I've noticed that some worlds are better suited with asynchronous reprojection, where some are just better with the legacy reprojection. Probably has something to do with the fact that some worlds are more CPU dependent and more are GPU dependent. My theory, anyway. I don't have any definite grounded basis for that, but I'm just kind of throwing things against the wall here. Um, Either way. So, really, those are the only two things that aren't quite up to 100% in Linux. And if that's really it, then I could see that getting better in time, especially when more people get encouraged to get into Linux and there's more people that are kind of like demanding that, I guess. Although even if not on the Valve end, then certainly there have been some open source projects out there like Open Composite, and I think it was I don't quite remember the name of the other thing. Was it Monero? I think Monero is something else. Um, but there is stuff that's basically an alternative to Steam VR and the compositor. And the interesting thing about that is that the compositor can be set to timeout to kind of offset that delay I was mentioning. So you can actually make it perfect again, which is great. But the weird thing I've noticed with that setup is that while a lot of the uh, it's weird because some of the screen tearing is gone and stuttering. But the weird thing is that okay, this is a little weird to describe, but basically, in my vision, there's like a slightly diagonal imaginary line that kind of goes down the lower third of my display, where anything above that line, everything is perfectly synchronized. There's no stuttering or anything like that. But anything then below that line, you will see gets a little torn and stuttery down there. So it creates this very, very strange circumstance when using the third party stuff. So it's a little bizarre. The other thing too that doesn't seem to really work very well is standable. Standable launches. I mean, the program is there, but the actual virtual trackers that are represented in SteamVR normally just simply aren't there. So because of that, it just doesn't work at all. So yeah, that's a thing. Honestly though, like I have enjoyed Linux so much that it has kind of become a main, well, not even kind of, it is now my main operating system. Like Windows has just become a side hoe at this point. So I dual boot at the moment. And that is kind of getting back around to why I have two hard drives. That way each operating system has its own drive to itself. And that way I could kind of use the one as a test bed. And honestly, it's worked out really well that way. So really the only time I do tend to go into Windows is if I am in VR. Otherwise, I'm pretty much in Linux. It's been honestly great. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you're curious, checking out some of these distros like Nabara or Mint. Mint is another good one for beginners, and there's probably a couple others there that I don't even know offhand that others could probably just as well recommend. And it's one of those things where it's a little overwhelming because of how many distros there are for Linux, but at the same time it does make it very advantageous that there's probably something for everyone out there. And if you don't like one distro, you might end up just liking another. It's not really the end of the world. So yeah, those have been two pretty big things that have been happening just within the past couple weeks here or so. I don't, I'm not too sure when I'm going to get to some of these music videos or any other project for that matter. It just hasn't been quite the vibe yet. Just the right mindset. And I'm finding that I need to kind of like take a step back from just kind of hanging out in Discords throughout the day and listening more to music, because that helps to spark a lot more of those creative visions I get. And today in particular, when I was working, was that scenario, and it did help to give me some more things to play with in my mind. Because unfortunately, sitting there in the Discord doesn't really spark a lot of creativity in the mind. It can create a lot of good discussion, good times, things like that, great connections, but unfortunately it doesn't really do well for sparking the creative sense. So music, listening to that is the big kicker for that, for sure. This is why a lot of the things I do are music videos to begin with. Also, look how fuzzy my Fenchie is now. Fuzzy is. You know what? Let's turn that off for a second. There we go. Hey. How fuzzy I am now. Look at my fuzzy circle. Rawr. Rah. Rah. Mm. Look at that fur. Oh. So lovely. Fenchie. Mm. Okay, let me stop being such a insert word of insult here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go bother some random people or something. Hold on. Look at this, man. They are beautiful in every way. And especially in this world, like, this is like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like being dissected at the polygonal level or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just being highlighted.
I see what you mean.
Right. It's like weird or some shit. No, I'm not streaming. I was just recording an updates video, and one of the things I was like, I'm just gonna go around bothering some random people. So you're just gonna be in that, and okay. So yeah.
With that,
Hell yeah.
how have you been, buddy?
I've been doing well. It's been interesting last couple weeks. In short, there's been a new system build that I took care of a couple weeks ago, so that was nice. And also I've been doing Linux lately as a more of a main operating system, so that's been pretty interesting too. But in the meantime, I still pretty much have Windows as a side hoe to dual boot into for when I need to do VR stuff, because VR stuff is still better on Windows at the moment. Although I am impressed with how much I was able to do in VR on Linux. There was just a couple setbacks, but I think those couple setbacks could easily be remedied in good time. So so it wasn't that bad at all. It could be tighter though, for sure. So, and I'm also trying to find some creative energy here to do more videos, not like of this nature, this is easy to do, but just like my actual music videos and stuff like that. So stuff that actually requires some thought and putting together. So, but I'm getting a little impatient, so that's why I'm just kind of doing this video just to do something, basically, just to kind of keep myself in that mode, because I haven't done anything in a little bit. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, what is it?
What's up?
You say like Kimchi, whichever one. Is that the one?
Fancy.
That's the one.
Fancy. Yeah. Like that. maybe not like that, but
You said the magic words.
Oh, what?
Come off.
Whoa, just like that? What'd I do? What were the magic words? Let me write this down for next time.
You said the 28 times.
That's crazy. The 28 times. So you were sitting here counting how many times I was saying the word the. And once I said the 28 times, you're like, all right, close her off.
No,
See,
well,
sorry.
You see, here's the trick, though.
Yeah, what's up?
I actually wasn't counting. But since you're recording, you get to find out if I was or was not counting later.
Yeah, we get to find out later and find out. This man, I go to bed with almost every night. Don't think about that one too much. It's not as weird as it seems. It really isn't. It really isn't. It's fine. Don't worry. No, they're a sleep call buddy. I'm sorry, I'm lonely. Leave me alone. But anyway, this is just me recording. I'm not streaming or anything like that. If you don't want to be in this, that's cool. But if you do, that's also awesome too. Yeah, I didn't think so. What I'm doing is I was doing an updates video because I just want to do something, even if I'm still not quite getting the creative energy I want from my music videos. And one of the things I was doing at the end here is like, you know what? I just feel like randomly bothering some people and checking up on them and just include them in this video for whatever random shit comes up with it. So I find the shader here very fascinating with how it makes me look. Psst. Hey, you.
I heard Tesla.
You want to be in my video? You want to be in my
video? Already?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one in particular. So I'm just going around, just checking up on random people, seeing how they are, including this recent video. It's basically an updates video because I just don't have enough creative energy to like come up, make some music videos. I'm like, I just want to do some kind of video of some sort, even if just silly nonsense. So
it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. This person right here, I've known this person for years on here. Probably one of the first people I ever got to really know here on VR Chat. MIDI. Oh my god, just absolutely amazing person. Creator of the Durgans.
Documented.
Yeah. Great. Well, to be fair, you did document me quite a while ago in that interview, so that was something. So I'm just returning the favor, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that Neo is here.
Well, hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna count the majority of people are upstairs. If you're.
You know, let me do some magic here.
Hello.
Oh, they're all the way over there. Okay.
We're doing things apparently.
Doing things.
Shit to fix something.
You know what? Here,
Nice.
you're being part of this video if you want.
That'd be way more. Yeah, sir.
Yeah. This is Do With Games, the one and only.
The one and only
There,
games.
there's some goofy ass I just happen to know.
Honestly, I'm also dating.
Yeah.
It's just
Am I doing it?
Are you doing it?
Doing it.
What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
right now, but like in general, yeah.
The smug. Yeah, there.
The smug is just giving a little like.
It's a fun experience.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Hard mode.
What I was doing.
I guess I can't do too much of a smug look on this avatar. Oh shit!
Yeah.
This one's kind of
This
fun.
thing's got a bunch of expressions. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Kool-Aid Man is here.
He's like fucking.
All right, let me bother this other person real quick.
Why you let newcomers turn on me?
All right.
I'm not gonna.
Hey, stop being gay for just a moment.
Like, yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Could you just for a little bit?
Don't.
I would appreciate that.
A couple of veins on my.
Instead, you can be gay to the. You want to be gay to the camera? You want to do that? You want to be part of this video?
Documentary.
It's not a documentary. It's just a bullshit video. Like nobody's gonna give a shit about this. They're just gonna see this. Like, what's this person doing? They're just doing nothing. Night Eyes here, or Neo, is another one that I've known for a long time. And it's always nice to see them every once in a blue moon. Always lovely discussions and talks. Always appreciate you. Sure. So.
It's lovely hanging out with you too. Always.
Fancy. Yeah, I'm just going around seeing random people and whatnot. Just finding an excuse to record the video because I don't know. I just want to do something. So this is what I'm doing. But yeah, making memories, exactly. Got a lot of those. I wish to continue making those. So yeah. But yes, good to see you both. Enjoy your evening. I'm gonna keep moving around, see what else I can run into. Hope you guys don't Hope you guys don't mind being in my video. I want to record the likenesses of both of you to preserve you in whatever this is supposed to be. Honestly, this is just a silly video I'm doing. Like, this is like one of my update videos, and like, I'm just like literally, Jesus Christ, literally, one of the things,
like literally.
no, one of the things I was wanting to do is
just literally.
Look, this was just one of my update videos that became like, hey, I just want to bother random people and include them in my video just because they have some significance to me. Now, just because some of you aren't in my video does not mean I don't appreciate you, or you're just either not online, you're not responding to my thing, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Shut up.
We're just better than you.
How does that work? Oh, okay. I'm concerned. But no, these two are like, I don't know. They're the two that you go to when you just want to chill for the evening, especially when they're already like laying down and just
I don't know
chilling.
what you're talking about. We're always awake in VR. We are always awake in VR.
We got that in
Are we
recording,
on?
so
Yes, we are. See, it's proof. We're always awake in VR.
listen. I got this part on recording. We're gonna contrast and compare this at a later date, and we'll see how well that holds up. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be good.
I said
For
that.
the record, I didn't say anything.
For the record, they didn't say anything other than what they're saying right now, so that's fine. which is to say they're not
Always
saying
awaken
they're not
me.
saying anything to the actual subject in question. Let me stop being an asshole. Well, with that
That's
said, hope you've. I mean, I don't know if this is like what brought you here. If you're just kind of reminiscing or what. It's been a while since I've been here myself. Probably not since the actual
was
con.
bored.
You're just bored. Okay, that's fair. This is yeah. I mean,
I mean, VR chat's more just like it feels like it's like currently like in its like usual like slump at the moment. That just like there's not too many like good worlds that are getting created. I mean, obviously once virality hits again, like it's gonna it's gonna be on the up again. Then people are gonna start creating shit again, but it's just there's just not really anything good.
I don't know. There's I guess it really depends where you, and that's the problem. There's also like an inundation. Like it's like a Big Lots, right? Like there's a lot of shit out there, and you gotta dig through some shit to get to some less shitty shit. And you just gotta grab bag a world and hope you scored gold. And most of the time it's not. But then once in a while you're like, oh, here we are. This looks good.
Most of the time, it's a prefab of a world.
Yeah,
it's
like, a prefab.
They visited 82 times already, and they changed nothing. It's like, I added this one lamp in the corner. Like, congrats.
Yeah,
like,
good job. You're wasting people's. You're wasting your own time, other people's time with this bullshit. Like, yeah, we've seen this world umpteen times before. What makes this special? Oh, you decided to adjust the post-processing to add a little bit of a purple hue.
Yeah, like that's it.
You can skate your ass
slider.
into an
Done.
AIDS tree. They need to have a spot in this too. So we'll see if they respond. I don't think there's anyone else that is immediately. You know, I'm glad.
I forgot that you could pull your ears.
Look, if you're having trouble getting channel 7, you just gotta tweak these babies until you get it right. Like, I know it requires a little bit of work, but trust me, it's possible.
Just right. Perfect.
Okay, if you're thinking about using my tail as a UHF antenna, no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, y'all have purple eyes. I'm the only one with green.
Well, to be fair, my eyes are not supposed to be purple. They're supposed to be absolute blue. But because motherfucking worlds with their shitty-ass post-processing that invokes color correction attacks the emission layer of my eyes and causes them to color shift as a result into purple usually.
I mean, to be fair, the purple does look good.
No, it's not what it's supposed to be, though.
You have purple gums too.
I know, but those are supposed to be purple.
Purple eyes and gums. It's perfect.
This is not how the canon of the character is supposed to be. It's supposed to be absolute blue eyes. Okay, I wanted blue eyes, not purple eyes.
You need to make the rune purple now too. Since your eyes are purple.
Artasha.
Hi, it's me.
Hi.
Feel like being in a video?
What's that knock?
It's nothing.
I do love to be in video.
It's nothing serious. It's just a silly update video I've been making. Velocimus here
I don't know if they're
is someone I haven't known as long as some of the other people that I originally showed you guys on earlier in the video, but nonetheless, they are someone I have known for a good amount of time.
But I can lock it.
And
There we go.
for those of you that have watched the Escape series, you may recognize their likeness from episode 2 of the original Escape. They actually were the one responsible for helping me
Just put this
play out that brief scene between me and him. So good times.
Yeah. And then
Good
there's
times.
the full suit.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Yes. Yes. Banshee.
All right.
Oh, whoops.
I gotta go before
Yes.
that portal closes.
Yes.
So
See you
someone
around.
explains it for me. I'll see you later.
Ooh.
Hello.
Ooh.
Have a lovely day. Hello. Thank you.
Oh.
You.
Yeah.
You
Hello.
are worth capturing if you allow me to capture you. Cause
Capture for what?
yeah, I'm just doing a random video. It was an updates video turned
Hello,
into
random video.
just
Hello.
go see random people video now. So yeah, Eki
Friends
is
with benefits.
Eki is a sweetie. They're lovely.
10 out of 10,
So I'm
sweetie.
big and I stink and I smell and I'm a stupid little goofball.
That's still all fine. Yeah.
That sounds like. Yeah, I bet someone would take you home.
Oh. Yeah, probably. Well, as you can see, this is my little cozy spot I managed to find myself in to kind of wrap up this video with. It's been interesting kind of putting this together. I don't know, just something to do, honestly. I guess it's better than just not doing anything, even if it is just some random, video of whatever this ended up becoming at the end of the day. Goodness. But anyway, not only am I hoping that I get something out of this, I hope that you also got something out of this too, even if it was just, I don't know, you just being like, oh, wow, Arctasha's completely lost their mind and just making this stuff now. Okay, that's cool. No, but this is just, something just keep me going, doing something, even if it's not quite the videos I for sure want to make. It's still fun. It still helps me do some creative stuff with them, hopefully. So, but thank you again, as always, for watching and dealing with my bullshit, my nonsense, and anything else under the sun that I may do at the end of the day. Because ultimately, I do this for me, but if I can make someone's day with the stuff that I create as well, then all the better. And that's worth it to me too. So, but I suppose we'll close it here. And I'm going to head off to bed, get some rest for tomorrow. So, with that said, I hope you take care too. And I'll see you around the galaxy. Until next time. Fancy.